Hey, welcome everybody, welcome.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome.
Oh, I forgot to turn off my little echo.
Oh, I forgot to turn off my little echo.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny. Good evening from Nigeria. Welcome everybody. All right, we're going to give everybody North Dakota. Be gentle. Ha, sorry. Oh yeah, this is Gentle Tuesday, so maybe. No, just kidding. Let's see. Kobe, you don't have to update it. It updates itself. All right, we're going to give everybody a few minutes to get on. It's early. I'm just going to put on some music and we'll let everybody get started. Um, we'll get started here in just a few minutes. Let me put on some music. I'm going to go grab some water and we'll be right back.
Can't find a fighter, but see dig you, so we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountain, we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountain. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times a day. You, silence is quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Mountain, bring it to its feet. Mountain. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
All right, let's see if we're ready to get started. Okay. All right, everybody. This is Tuesday. So on Tuesdays, let me just reiterate some of this. We have some people already asking for the pivots and things like that. You'll get the indicator instructions here in just 1 second. Let me save this. I think I changed that date and don't save it sometimes. Okay, so all right, so we have our newbie Tuesday, and I don't know exactly where my information is on that. Here it is. I've been adding so much stuff. So this webinar, guys, this platform is for general informational educational purposes only. It's not investment advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give advice. Trading is a risk. I don't tell you what to buy or sell. I just tell you what I'm buying or selling, okay? And we are analyzing the market together. Tuesday, we have training for first-time people to my session. I go in detail on how to use the web analyzer on the previous session. And on my charting session, I'll just kind of show you, give you a glance at what we typically do. We typically do charting and with channels and support and resistance, things like that. So this is what we normally do in my charting and analysis class. However, let's move this back over. And any of you guys that are in EU, you'll see here that it's looks like it's trying to break back into this weekly up channel. We'll move that right back over here. And but what we've been doing the last couple of weeks is I shared a indicator that I had purchased, and when I first got into IML, and it's basically how I learn to trade with support and resistance. Now, this is very important. Please don't post your email in the chat. Nobody's going to send you this if you do that. Please do not post any of the pivot info on Facebook. Do not post Linda's email on Facebook. Do not ask for Linda's email on Facebook. Okay? Do email Linda at lindagharmonic@gmail.com with the subject line pivot. This is what you're going to get. You'll get a video that teaches you how to install the pivot indicator. All right, these are support and resistance lines. I just want you to know this is a gift, and that I used it for about 8 months without learning anything else, and I want you to know that it's absolutely phenomenal, okay? It's going to teach you how to get lots of pips. If someone you know wants to learn this, please send them to my class every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And please do not mass share this, all right? Very important. They're going to need to learn how to use it. They need to come to class to learn how to use it. You're not going to do them any favors by just passing out an indicator that they don't have a clue what they're using and what they're doing and what to do with it. All right. So right now, I'm going to show you some things. This is used more for intraday trading. You can scalp with it, or you can get more pips. But this indicator, when you send an email, you're going to get a file, and it will come with a video that'll teach you how to download this to your MetaTrader 4 software on your computer, okay? It doesn't work on your phone. It's only going to work on your computer. I don't see it, Linda. I don't know what that was. Let me pop this up one more time. Everybody, take a picture. Take a picture of this so that you can get it. I'm going to try to put this right here so you can get all this good, important information right here. Take a picture of my screen, please. Get your phone out and take a picture of my screen so that you guys will have this. All right, everybody should have it now. And I will put this in the chat. If it's fuzzy, then you guys need to add the, well, I'm going to let Stephanie and Linda take care of the chat, but there's something you do if your screen is fuzzy. I forget what it is. It has something to do with something you add. I'm not sure. Yeah, you have to enable flash. I knew that's what it was. All right, so guys, let me just kind of give you an overview of what this indicator does. This is a indicator that automatically marks support and resistance. So if you, we use it on the 5-minute time frame, and oh, yes, I meant to say something. If you're a Mac user, please do not email Linda. She does not use Mac, and she can't tell you how to add this to Mac. Jennifer and Johnny, they all just followed the video and was able to download it like everyone else. It was no different for Mac than it was for whatever. Okay, yes. So just add that on to your, and then ask in Facebook. There's lots of Mac users in my Facebook group, and they can help you. All right, so I'm going to leave the chat alone. Excuse me. And I'm going to get on over here to charting. All right, so I'm going to shrink my screen down because I kind of want you to see this. And there's a couple of things I want to tell you. So this is support and resistance, and it is done in what's called fractals of 8. And what happens is these support and resistance lines will update if price ever goes over the extreme overshoot or below here on the extreme overshoot, then these lines will reset themselves. All right, now you guys are going to have to pay very close attention. Are we all ready to watch? Do you guys have, let's post the questions in Facebook. Yes, it does work on Mac. Okay, so what happens is, I don't know if you're brand new and you just started trading. How many of you guys literally just started with iMarkets Live and you don't know what we're talking about when we say support and resistance? Is there anybody on that says, I don't know what you're talking about? Anybody so brand new that you're like, I don't know what support and resistance is. I don't know what the freak you're talking about. Okay, so very, very important. Have you guys, brand new people, have you guys gone through IML Academy Basics with Adeze? Have you guys gone through IML Academy with the basics? Very important. You guys have to watch the basics because the basics are going to teach you what support and resistance are and what they do, okay? What happens is price bounces off of resistance and support, okay? So you're going to, see these lines there. This is an area of resistance. like think of a ceiling. Price is trying, the market, look at the market. The market's trying to get higher, and the ceiling just won't let them, all right? It's like throwing a tennis ball from the ceiling to the floor, from the ceiling to the floor, and price is bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing like a tennis ball. And unlike a tennis ball in a room, it will sometimes, there's going to be enough momentum because we have buyers and sellers, and then there'll be enough sellers who, not us, but bankers and governments and large institutions, they'll say, all of a sudden they'll put in all these orders for sells, and it will cause price to break through that floor, that support. And so what we do as little traders that we are, little retail traders, we will go in and we'll go, they're selling, so let's sell. We follow the leaders, all right? Market movers are the ones that are, like I said, banks, governments, large institution traders. They cause the market to move. All of IML could put a trade in at one time and we would not move this market, okay? They put in trillions of dollars a day. Trillions of dollars cause this market to move, not our little pennies, all right? So we follow the market movers, okay? And so anyway, the buyers, and you just think of it as this, buyers and sellers. So the buyers are making the market go up. They're buying, 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 bounce, bounce, and then the sellers are like, we're trying to bring price down. Buyers are like, we're trying to move price up. And so then there's these support and resistance lines where the market just can't break through. And then, like I said, all of a sudden the sellers, somebody comes along, they put in some big orders, or something happened in the news and they're like, sell, sell, sell. They're selling the USD JPY, and bam, it breaks through these lines, and then, we're all like, whoa, what happened? And anyway, so this is kind of my little analysis on, support and resistance. But what happens is you're going to notice, look at this, after this huge sell-off, all right, huge sell-off, then the buyers come back and they're like, heck no, we're not finished yet. We're not finished with the market going up. So here we go, and look, it breaks right back through that line right there. And then look what happens. Bam! It starts bam, 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 busting its head on the ceiling again, like it never learned anything from previous, right? Look to the left. The left will always give you clues. So here we are. Here we are. Bam, 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 breaking its head, trying to break out of that ceiling right there. Just look at that. It's like big momentum on the sell-off, and then I drew some little trend lines here, and then up through it goes, and look at how many times. Let's look at this. Look at how many times, how many candles. It tested and tested and tested and tested and tested and tested, and it was trying to break through. All right? And it gives out. I mean, it's like, I'm wore out, and it comes back down to the floor, and it's down here, and it's like, okay, here we go again. Well, it only gets to this level, and it's like teetering around here. And so I was over here. So it comes back down here, retests this, and finally, whoo, dang, it finally broke through the ceiling. Guys, there's a sign. Right here, there is a sign. When it breaks through after all of this, there's a sign. It's going up, okay? Look, that blue line, by the way, is like a major area of, oh, come on, let me see. That blue line right there is a major area of resistance, support and resistance. When it breaks through that, there's a good sign to get in, because it should just continue on to the upside. All right? Plus, we have the red moving average starts going up. That tells us that, hey, it's starting to trend up. Price broke through this red line, which is our 200 moving average, broke through, hit its head on this major area of support, came down, retested, and then up and away it's gone. So let's take a look here. I just wanted to kind of show you in, so Johnny, 5 minutes is where we're all going to start. Okay, I didn't trade anything above the 5 minute for 6 months. Okay, I got hundreds of pips with just one pair trading this a day. All right, so you don't have to go any further, because you're going to learn that you can get, depending on what pair you're on and what your settings are, 20, 40, 50 pips, okay, in a trade. And then next week, I'm going to show you how to swing trade with this on a higher time frame. So let me just put some, I'm going to put this at the top. I want you guys to see this. All right, I'm going to put this at the top, okay? So next week, we will go over swing trading on higher time frame. Okay? I don't know if that's going to, all right, I'm going to keep this right here so you guys can see that. So, yeah, guys, let me just say on the web analyzer, that's not ready. Web analyzer, that was premature. It was not really supposed to go up there yet. I just talked to Stephen about that and it went up too soon. Okay, that's not my pivots. All right. All right, so today what I want you guys, and I'm going to start teaching the new people this. All right, I want to start teaching you I'm going to start teaching the new people this, okay? So here's something I want everybody to do. I want you to take notes. Make sure you're taking notes. When you guys get your pivots on your chart, see where it says +18 and 88? I want you to draw a rectangle in there, okay? So I'm going to delete mine so I can show you how to do it. Delete. Okay, so right here where it says +18 and 88, we're going to draw a rectangle. So we're going to go to Insert Shapes and click on Rectangle. And we are going to just drag it out here. Okay, and I do my object slips, wrong one. Rectangle properties, and yeah, I like to, and all I do, because tomorrow you won't be able to see it, it'll be way over here. Just go to properties and put that day's date in there, okay? So, everybody got that? Everybody got that. Now, then, down at the bottom, you're going to get 18 over 0.08. Let me go ahead and get rid of it. See where it says 0.8 over 1/8? I want you to go to Insert, Shapes, Rectangle, and we're going to say that right there. All right? Just like that. And then tomorrow, the market's going to move away from that day, and all you have to do is go to your little box, go to your little rectangle, and double click on it, and you'll get these little dots. Then do rectangle properties, and tomorrow, just put tomorrow's date right here and hit OK, and then it'll jump to tomorrow's date. Okay, now what I want you to know is this right here. Let me go ahead and put some text on here for you. This right here is resistance. This is resistance, okay? Down here, this down here is support. All right, this is support. I'm going to put it over here so we can see it real good. Okay, so this is more like your major support and your major resistance. And what you're going to do is this in between here, this is pivots. So it switches support and resistance. We have our major resistance pivot point right here. We have a strong pivot point. We have a weaker place to stop and reverse. So you guys, we can get in and out. I'm not even today for new people. I'm not even going to talk about the moving average entries. Right now, I'm just going to talk about entering and exiting on these pivot points. What I really want the new people to focus on, and let me do something here. What I want, I'm going to show you what this did yesterday or this morning. I'm going to show you guys something. This is what a lot of people today got. Where's it at? I don't think it's. Boop, 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 boop. All right. What time frame was I on? Let me just take a look. Must have been my other chart, and I can't bring it over here because it's on a different system. But I'm just going to show you. I have settings separate on different charts, but let me just tell you this. Most of you guys all had the price come down, break through this area, and then go back up. Oh, hang on just one second. Somebody's having some hearing problems. Can you guys help them? All right, so on my other chart, I wish I could drag that screen over here. On my other chart, what happened was this whole setup right here happened down here. And what I want to show you, let me see if I can, I'm not used, actually, my tools. Let me see if I can insert arrows. I don't think this has good arrows. MetaTrader 4 doesn't have good arrows, does it, guys? This is USD JPY. Does anybody know if you can get good long arrows with MetaTrader 4? Okay, I thought it didn't. Pow, where can I get arrows? I don't think I can get them from OBS. You can draw them? I don't know. I don't know. I can draw them with trend lines, I guess. Okay, so what happens with this, I just want to show you over here. Price normally, let me do this business. I'm going to create it with the trend line. All right, price normally does this, okay? No, I'm not going to say normally. Scratch that. When price breaks through this ultimate support right here and comes down to this overshoot, guys, I want you to know that 95% of the time, when price gets to this area, 95% of the time, it reverses. 95% of the time. You can put a buy limit here or a sell limit here, and 95% of the time, you will get this reversal. Okay? Now, it may do this, and I'm going to have to do this with trend lines. It may come back down, and it may even do a little bit of this right here. But 95% of the time, when it breaks through this, you are at almost a guaranteed entry. Is everybody paying attention to this? I need to know that you guys got this. This is key. This is crucial. This is like almost a, oh my God, almost, 80, 100 pip. Okay, everybody got it? All right, so here's the deal. 95% of the time, when it hits this, it reverses. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I want you to see. This one, it might not come down to here, right? But if it breaks, let's show you this. If it breaks through here, and it did this today, on my other chart, it did this today. On my other chart, this was like the perfect setup, all right? Perfect setup. So today, when it breaks through this and comes back up, this is like another almost, this is your second perfect entry right here. This is your second perfect entry. So let's see. Right here, let's say, now this isn't going to happen very often. This is your first perfect entry. And I'm going to put in here 95% probability of reversal. This right here is your first perfect entry right here. If it comes to this, let's see if I can make a right there. I can't, this one, nah, it's not going to work. Let me try a different one. Oh man, how did that just happen? Is there an undo in MetaTrader 4? This is UJ. Is there an undo? Is there an undo? Somebody? Anybody? Oh my gosh. I just undid all of that. I hate it. Control Z. Nope, didn't work. Control Z didn't work. Crap. Crap. Control Z. Ah, there it is. There it is. There's some of it anyway. I can't get it all to come back. All right. Okay, well, most of it came back. I don't know what's going on with this up here. We'll figure that out later. Rectangle properties. Okay. I think it moved my lines around though, didn't it? I feel like everything is out. Hang on a second. Mess me up. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and look at this. Oh. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm still trying to fix this. Trying to get everything just kind of back to order here. Sorry about this. I think I know what happened. Hang on just 1 second. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get back on track here. So whenever it hits this extreme overshoot, the -2.8, write this down. And what you can do is you can put in your pending order in your demo while you guys are learning this. Put in a pending order for the -2.8 and the +2.8, and for that, and go just a couple of pips below it. Always go just a couple of pips below it for a sell and above it for a buy, and give that a test. So let's go ahead and get back here. So what happens though is when the market, let's do this, when the market comes down and it tests this support, breaks through it, comes back up, and once it breaks through that support, now it's probably not going to go straight up, so don't let me change that, because I don't want people to think it's just going to go straight up. It's probably going to do something like this. Okay, might even come back down and retest it. I don't want anybody to say, but she said once it does that, it's going to go straight through. But here we go. Typically, probability, this is what we got, all right? Once it breaks through the bottom and comes up top, I don't really foresee it doing all the way down like that, though. Not typically. It's usually going to come back here and then go to the upside. Harry, those are sent out twice a day. So if they've already been sent out this morning, it'll be sent out later this evening. We send them out in bulk. Okay, so let's take a look. Now, so these are your first perfect entry, and I'm going to put in here, I'm going to be a little bit more specific. I'll be a little more specific here. And I'm going to say perfect entries are at -2.8 and +2.8. So those are like great. And no, they're not going to hit those real often, but they're going to hit them, and you want to be ready for it. Okay. Now, here's the other thing I want to show you. Between 3.8 and 5.8 is where the market will stay 40 to 50% of the time in this area right here. Okay. So 40 to 50% of the time, the market's going to be fluctuating back and forth right in here. All right. Between actually 3.8 and 5.8 area. Okay. This is where it's going to range most of the time. You're going to get a lot of ranging market in this area. So as you can see, when you look to the left, most of the time, this is where the market's at. Let me get rid of that. I'm going to show you something else. What I'll do, just for a look. I tell you what, sometimes I get aggravated with MetaTrader 4. For Pete's sake. There we go. And I'm going to change the color of this because those others are support and resistance. I just want to show you something real quick before I move on. Okay, so let's kind of just look to the left and we're just going to get an idea. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look to the left and we're just going to get an idea. Now, the market definitely had broken this and reset. It had broken. Remember what I told you guys earlier? Everybody was asking about how this resets itself, these lines. The indicator will reset itself. We don't have to reset it. Whenever the market breaks through and stays below this line or this line, then these pivots will reset themselves. All right? But as we can see here, the market primarily stays in this area, 3.8 to 5.8. All right, everybody see that? I'm going to get rid of these lines because it's just getting to be too much on here for me. All right, and I'm going to show you guys something else. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to talk about this more tomorrow. But with this system, I also learned to use Heikin Ashi candles or Heikin Ashi trend bars. Okay, Heikin Ashi trend bars. Carlo, we don't know. Whenever the market goes above or below and stays above the extreme overshoot or below the extreme overshoot. All right. So these are Heikin Ashi trend bars. We're going to talk about them tomorrow because they will also help you with your trading in your pivots. Okay? They definitely are a benefit to trading with the pivots. And we'll talk about that tomorrow because we're getting close to the end of our session. So basically today, Yes, they show trend. They do. So, what I want you guys to know is that we have this tool. You're going to be able to enter it, download it. You can request it. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to be training on how to use it. So today, more of it was about the indicator and how to download it. You'll get the instructions on how to download it. And today, the key thing I wanted you to know was your perfect entry and then your second perfect entry. In order, go to properties, Tia, and turn off, uncheck chart auto scroll, and make sure chart shift is checked. And let me go ahead and take a screenshot of my properties, you guys. And that, if you want to use my same stuff, just take a screenshot. Okay. And okay. 3-8 and 5-8. John, we're going to start. Well, I'm working on a PowerPoint for this for everybody. Johnny, those are Heikin-Ashi trend bars. If you start out in profit and it turns into consolidation, you can ride it out if you want to. Or you can get out if you can get out in profit. That's up to you. These don't stay in this, they don't stay here. Okay, one more time, guys. Everybody take a screenshot, please. There are my colors. Screenshot, screenshot. Disruptors, it's Facebook. And then here are my others. All right, tomorrow we're going to talk about a little more. We're going to talk about trading from support and resistance. And we're also going to talk about the Heikin-Ashi trade bars. We will go over some, we're going to go over some more extensive setup in some of these pivot bars. We're going to look at customizing this. And also, next week, remember, we're going to go over swing trading on a higher time frame. Tia, you can make the market bigger. You can go down to the bottom here. You can use your right arrow. You can go to the top and click on the shift end of chart. So right here, Tia, where it says shift end of the chart, click on it once and it's over tight. Click on it another time and it's like that. And as you guys can see here, for all the new people, you can see how price respects these pivots. A lot of strong momentum here. Came back down, tested it, went on up. Tomorrow, we may or may not talk about trading with the moving average. But right now, I just want to make sure that you guys are getting... Oh, good. All right. So for everybody, if you're brand new, please feel free to continue watching us. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we'll go into a little more advanced with it because, you know, everybody else was with us when we started just doing the basics, but we'll try to make sure everybody can stay along, following along. All right? Anybody have any last minute questions? Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Yes, Kay, definitely practice this in demo. Get the hang of it. Pizza John, Tuesdays and Wednesdays will probably go more advanced. I'm thinking Tuesdays is newbie, Wednesday, Thursday is advanced. Treasure Man, it's really hard to answer that question as far as how often it goes down below that. I don't really know what the percentages are, but we will, we'll have to kind of take a look and see. You really can't look to the left because we don't know how many times the pivots reset themselves. Yeah. Haley, we'll be trading on the 4-hour when we do swing trading. Our PM sessions are live trading. Can't read prices, can't chat on Web Analyzer. Guys, I know there's a ton of questions and I couldn't read them fast enough. So be sure everybody ask these questions in our Facebook group. All right. I can't get to all the questions. Y'all, we're going fast. So please go post those in our Facebook group. And just FYI, this is what it looks like. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Right there. This is our Facebook group here. So be sure that you go to it, and we'll be able to help you with any questions. And yeah. All right, everybody got it? It's all there. I'll copy it one more time. I can't get to all the questions. All right, guys, it's been a great time. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely hope that you guys are going to be able to put some of this into action. And I look forward to seeing you later tonight. All right, talk to you later. Have a great afternoon. Bye bye.